Hey guys, Coach Sean and Coach Vio here from Elite Fitness. Today we'll be looking at a bodyweight stiff leg deadlift. First things first, we're going to look at the setup position. What we want to make sure is that Vio has her feet hip width apart. She's going to stand nice and tall. She's keeping her core engaged. Shoulders are nicely pinned back and her head is facing the front. Then from the side, what we want to make sure is that she's in a nice straight line. Again, the feet are hip width apart. Now we'll look at the movement. So what we're going to start off with is driving the hips back the way whilst keeping a neutral back. What we want to make sure is here that the knees are unlocked at this time and the shins are vertical. You'll see that her head is also in a neutral position. What she's going to do now is she's going to drive her hips forward the way, squeezing the butt, and then returning to her start position. And that is how we complete a bodyweight stiff leg deadlift. A few issues that we find with the setup is that we find that the feet are sometimes positioned too far apart or too close together. Toes are pointing inwards or sometimes they're pointing outwards. Okay, what we want to do to fix that is keep the feet hip width apart. We want to screw them in, and what that does is that keeps the knee and toe in a nice straight line. Now from the side, we'll find a common issue with the lower back. There's quite a big arch. Again, what we want to do to fix that is by squeezing that tummy in, tucking the tailbone, engaging the core, and then you'll see Vio is in a nice neutral or straight position. Another common issue that we find is actually with the head. Sometimes that before we even start the movement, the head is either pointing downwards or too far up. What we want to do to fix that is keep it in a nice neutral position. And that is the setup. Stay tuned for some movement issues next. A few issues that we find with the movement is the knee that is locked. So what we want to do is we want to fix that by always ensuring that there's a soft bend in the knee throughout the movement and that the shins are vertical as possible. Another common issue we find with the movement is actually leading with the upper back or with the upper body. You can see that there's a big round in the spine. How we fix this is you can, one, pull the shoulders nicely pulled back. You're standing nice and tall, and then you are engaging the hips by pushing them as far back as possible. The other issue that we sometimes find is at the midpoint of the movement that the head is in a hyperextension. How we fix that is we always want to make sure that the head is in a neutral position throughout the whole movement. Now, once you've addressed these issues, you will then see Vio will then complete a much more stable and efficient rep. You'll see that the head is in a neutral position, her spine is neutral, her hips are pushed back. You can see that there's a soft bend in the knee, and lastly you'll see that the shins are vertical. Then driving her way back to the top, what this does is this engages the correct muscles throughout the movement. Give these a go and see how you get on.